sun's out and the weather gets hot, tourists flock to the city, and the Fiorentini, or the locals, are off to the beach. These beautiful sarongs are really popular here in Italy. Both men and women use them. They're kind of like beach towels and cover-ups. They're kind of fun.
Ciao.
Oh, ciao. I'll take these three for sure. It's a hot day. I got my sarongs. I'm gonna go home, make some antipasti, some food that will travel well, and it's off to the beach. Insalata di riso is a cold rice salad that tastes better the longer it sits in the fridge. This is kind of a nostalgic type of recipe. When I was 20, I moved to Milan for a couple of months, and my roommate and I were on very strict budgets. So we would always make these huge bowls of insalata di riso because it was very inexpensive, and we'd kind of throw it in the fridge and we'd have it for a few days, no problem. My grandmother has always given me little tricks about Italian cooking, and she would always say, a couple of handfuls of rice per adult serving. And I'd always respond, yeah, but Nonna, if your hands are small, what do? She'd say, butto un po' di riso in più. Throw a little bit of extra rice. And she's right, it's not a big deal, it's just rice. Always give your rice a really good stir for the first, 5, 6, 7 seconds. This recipe is always forgiving. You don't have to make it al dente. Get rid of all the water. And what I like to do is just run some cold water over it, just to take out some of the heat. That's it, right? Just like a regular salad, some salt, extra virgin olive oil. Toss it really well. And I'm just going to put it in the fridge for a while, let all the flavors come together, and make a few more antipastis before our friends come over. Fried tender artichokes was a common contorno or side at the Rocco's on a Sunday afternoon. I was always amazed how quickly my mom would be able to whip these things up. I have to admit though, when I was a kid, these things would intimidate me. I mean, it's kind of an ugly vegetable, tough. What do you do with it? A few rules with artichokes. Cut in half a lemon and squeeze the lemon juice right into the water. And keep the halves on standby. Second thing, these artichokes. Nothing to get intimidated by. Just strip back all the tough outer leaves. Just keep going. I used to ask my mom, yeah, but they start off like this and then we end up like that. And she'd say, yeah, because you want to get to the tender spot. So just keep going. You want to come to a pale, kind of yellow color. You know you're getting there. Now with a paring knife, remove a little bit of the stem and start peeling back some of the skin. And same thing with the base. You want it to be all nice and uniform in color, pale yellow. Next thing, with a serrated knife, take about a third from the top, okay, and cut in half. The husk, this kind of furry type thing, you can just remove with a knife. Get them and just squeeze them into the lemon half, throw it in some water. This will prevent it from browning. couple of more. My mom would just whip by and she'd prepare so many of these in like a jiffy. I have some extra virgin olive oil that's heated up. And now for the batter, I have my beaten egg, some flour, and that's it. Get a good spanking. You want all that water out and right into the egg. And into your heated olive oil. It's very hot. I always salt my vegetables right when they come out of the deep fryer. With the hot oil, the salt seems to really get in there. My mom would make these at picnics or when we went to the beach, and they were great because they taste fabulous even cold. They're like little finger foods. A quick and easy antipasto my mom would always make would be fried zucchini flowers. Growing up in Canada, most Canadians didn't realize that you can actually eat the flower that comes right from the zucchini plant. My mom and I would often visit this local farmer, and he would give us baskets of bright yellow flowers for free. I mean, he was just gonna throw them out. And being 8, I'd often think, boy, this guy must think these Italians are really strange. I think he eventually caught on because years later he would charge us for these flowers. Few things to remember. These are flowers, so gently clean them. Do not rinse them under water. With a dry dish towel, just give them a brush so some of the dirt comes off if there's any. Take a look inside and see if there are any ants or insects. Give them a blow. I'm sure over my life I've had an ant or two. I've made this recipe tons of times and I've never made it the same way twice. First thing, a little bit of all-purpose flour. You want the batter to have, a consistency that's not too runny, not too thick. And my rule of thumb is the same amount of wine. So if it's a half a cup of flour, half a cup of wine. And mix it in. With the fork, I'm gonna just press down and get rid of any lumps of flour, and then an egg. And this is the base for your batter. Make sure you give it a really good mix. That's looking right. Next, stuffing the flour. They taste great on their own, but mozzarella and anchovy, it's a great combination. Avoid the temptation of putting in too much mozzarella. They are delicate flowers. And gently stuff them. Don't worry if they're sticking out. The batter will cover it all up and prevent it from popping out. I'm using extra virgin olive oil to deep fry the flowers. And a good way of checking that your oil is hot, grab some batter and drop it in. You want to hear that sizzle. And your oil should be very hot when frying your vegetables. This way, the vegetables won't absorb the oil and will get nice and crispy. Gently grab your flour and drop it into the batter very delicately. Make sure that the whole flour is covered and drip off any excess batter. And now just let them fry until they get nice and golden brown. And to think that farmer, when I was a kid, would throw these away. La porta! Mio. Wine we have, la birra, acqua minerale. Sunscreen I have. Capaldio.
David,
Marco,
ho fame.
you're hungry. You're always hungry. You need food. You need.
No,
you know what?
I need food, but I
You know,
want good
we have to
food.
stop off, guys. Come on, I cooked. I
it's okay.
slaved over a
Vabbè,
hot
it's okay,
stove
it's
to
okay.
make a picnic on the beach. We stop for gas and then we leave. Quick espresso e via. No sampling, no prosciutto, no cheese.
Tu hai mortadella?
Cube,
Cube mortadella.
That's right.
Mortadella cube.
Yeah. Oddio.
I need the bathroom. I need the bathroom.
Yeah, you need the bathroom. Along the highways in Italy, there are these wonderful truck stops, and I love coming in, having a quick espresso. You can have a sandwich or even a gourmet meal. You can even explore some of the gourmet products. They have cheese, prosciutto, salami, and they'll even often let you sample some of these products. Great wines, olive oils. It's a fabulous place to come.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. You're always hungry. Relax, relax.
Please.
Let me finish my coffee.
Oh,
Molto più sottili. Thin slices and yeah. Don't worry, Cantina. I have the food taken care of. We have a surprise for you. Don't worry.
This is the old name to say ragazze.
Ah, sì, le
Pulzelle.
Okay.
Pulzelle.
What do you mean?
No, it's Dante say. It's not my invention. Dante, quando Dante speak, everybody silenzio.
Io e
mi ritrovai su una macchina oscura
con due donne
e un bel pezzo di figliolo.
con pizza, pasta, la frittata e due pompelmo.
E ora si va sulla spiaggia.
Si fa un pisolino.
The pisolins.
La pisolino.
I go left. Oh, I can't.
Stai sbagliando. You're hard-headed.
David, say something because I don't understand you. Oh, I saw the beach over there. What do you cook today?
What did I cook today? It's a surprise. The beach is coming up. A little patience. Oh!
Volevi questo? Hai visto che lui mi ha preparato questo? Nessuno mi caga perché non si fida di me.
Tu sei un bravo, bravo David.
È fantastico, guarda.
Oh Ciccio, ciao, come stai?
Bene.
What do you rate them?
I'll sell it.
These are the baby tellini. Very similar to vongole, which are
Molto
clams,
saporite.
in inglese clams, English clams.
Molto saporite con pane, pomodoro, pane arrostito.
These go fabulous with a little soup with toasted country bread with garlic and tomato. Ecco un piccolo sasso, a little sea rock. stone that we can use for our zuppa, for our soup.
Zuppa, sì, per insaporire meglio.
Esatto. This is gonna give wonderful flavor for our zuppa di tellini, which is our little baby clams. È meglio questo.
Questo è meglio.
Maybe I'll try throwing this in. Imagine the flavor.
Ok.
Grazie.
Ciao, grazie.
Guys, honest, with these little tiny stones, it gives the clam soup. Honest, I still got my stones, okay? Ciao. Bene. Questa è Debra. Ciao Debra. Posso prendere Debra for the kitchen? Zuppa di vongole is one of my favorite fish soups. It's light, easy to prepare, and just seems to be the right dish to have after a day at the beach. Tutto a posto, Debra? Debra, ci credi? Do you believe that the stone from the sea flavors the zuppa? She doesn't buy it. A few years back, a Neapolitan fisherman told me that if you throw in a rock from the sea, it would actually give a lot of flavor to the zuppa dish. He said, while you're preparing the garlic and the olive oil, he said, throw it in and it lets off this flavor and gives a wonderful taste to the zuppa. Le bruschette vanno bene?
Sì, tutto a posto.
This is a basic fish soup recipe that you can substitute mussels, generous amount of olive oil, a couple of garlic cloves. I love chili pepper. Gives a wonderful color and of course that kick. The stone and a few pomodorini, little cherry tomatoes. Again, that gives wonderful flavor and color as well. Most of the flavor is going to come from the clam. Throw it all in. With the vongole, it's very easy to clean and prepare. Get a bowl of fresh water, add some salt, and just let them sit there for about 30 minutes. What this does, it simulates the sea. The cozze, or the vongole in this case, will open up, and it will release all that sand and grit. Really important to let them steam in all the flavors of the garlic and the olive oil and the stone. Now, the clam releases a lot of water. That's going to be the base for the soup, and of course, white wine. A generous amount. Just let it simmer there for about 2 minutes. Allora cara, everything okay? The bruschetta? Allora, cosa facciamo qui?
Giriamo il pane.
Okay.
Sguardiamo.
We're just gonna rub some garlic on the toasted bread, a little bit of olive oil, sale, and it's a wonderful accompaniment to the clam soup. A little bit of salt. Lastly, some freshly chopped parsley. Now we have to look for this sasso. Cercare questo sasso might be a bit of a challenge. No, c'è. Sì.
Peut-être que tu es concentré.
State bene? Siete quanti?
Buono. Sì.
Eccoci.
Oh, ecco.
Okay. I can assure you there are no more stones in here.
No.
Taking everywhere, no?
Grazie. Sì.
The stone, eh?
This stone. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So while I was working hard in the kitchen, you guys taking sun, eh? La dolce vita.
Sì, sta per esplodere.
Davvero.
Clemente.
Grazie.
È piccantini.
Bravo. Ancora non ho messo
Che bongo, proprio su quella.
No, bellina.
Una battuta.
Una bongolina.
Oh, non, 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 ce n'est pas possible. Je ne peux pas y croire.